my beloveds. Are you ready for Married at First Sight Season 10? Yeah, I am so excited, but I'm trying to contain myself because, I've been watching from season 1, and I have been disappointed every season. And this season, I'm trying not to be too invested. I'm just going to be, whatever, but I'm excited. Five couples, five couples. I am excited to be back. I am excited about the five couples. First, it was 3 couples, then they went to 4, and now they went to 5. So, beloveds, we have a lot of work to do. So, welcome back to Church Girls Want to Get Married Too. My name is Janice. Yes, I still have my Christmas decorations up. I celebrate Christmas all the way till January, girl. January 31st or February, the next holiday, which is Valentine's Day. So, be sure to subscribe. Be sure to thumb this video up. Share this out. All right. Are you ready for the couple? So, of course, I did the live watch. I think I'm not going to be doing that too much because it's 2 hours. Can't deal. So, I'm going to be doing more reviews versus the live watch. And I just want to remind you, the Ready to Love season 2 What in the World Awards is tonight. Tonight is Friday. Tonight. So, be sure to check that out. So, Married at First Sight season 10, we're back with Dr. Pepper. I absolutely love Dr. Pepper. She's been there from season 1. Pastor Cal, I have a not so much love relationship with Pastor Cal. Sometimes I love him, and sometimes I'm like, what in the world, and which Bible are you reading? And Dr. Vivian, I love her. She is my darling. I absolutely love and adore her. So we have all these couples. There's so many people wanting to be matched. This season, it is in Washington, D.C. I absolutely love D.C. My husband travels a lot, and a lot of times when he's going into D.C., we go with him. And I was thinking, girl, why didn't I come to D.C. when I was a single woman? Now, of course, with my husband traveling, we stay in the top of the line hotels. I mean, wonderful, top of the class hotels. So maybe the atmosphere that I see when I travel with my husband is different in other places because I have a lot of single girlfriends in D.C. and they're like, girl, where are the men? Okay. So this season is in Washington, D.C. and we have all these couples that the experts want to match. So the first person they're talking about matching is Mindy, and I'm sorry I don't have the pictures up, but I will have them look at the main pictures, but I'll describe them in a way that you will know who I'm talking about, okay? So Mindy is 34. She is Miss Optimistic, and she teaches figure skating. She's very, very graceful. She's beautiful, and of course, women who's in those kind of sports are very graceful and very, very feminine. She has a sister who passed away about 2.5 years ago with a drug overdose. The next day she found out she was pregnant. She was willing to go through the pregnancy alone, but then she had a miscarriage. So my heart goes out to her for that. Her deal breaker is rude men. We're going to look at who she's matched with. She's looking for that special kind of love you find with a partner, and she really, really, really wants it that bad. And I understand because she's 34. And about at 34, ladies, it's that point where we got to say, okay, this is it. I need to get it together. Thank God I met my husband when I was 34. I turned 34 October 11th, and I met my husband November 4th. So I was so happy for that. So I really understand what she's saying. She really, really wants to find that love and that partner more than anything else. So one of the questions that she was asked was, what's kinky for her? She talks about toys, role playing. Lots of stuff is on the table as long as trust is involved. And that's something you find with, a partner you really love and trust, husband perhaps. Okay, she wants this beautiful relationship of being in love and staying in love and opening and I'm telling you, being in love with the right person is absolutely beautiful, protected, and safe covenant relationship. So I definitely understand what Mindy is saying. I like her. There's no one that I really not like this season. Okay, so I really, really like her. The next person is Brandon Reed. He is 33 And lots of rumors about Brandon. I am keeping the hope alive. I want to like him. Oh, that voice. Okay, ladies. I don't know if I think we all have things that turn us on, and a voice turns me on, honey. When I was dating the man, if you didn't have the voice, I couldn't date you. Like Michael on season 10, I can't date nobody like that. Okay. Okay. The voice. Okay. The voice for me is Barack Obama. Barack Obama voice. Love it. Cory Booker. Cory Booker was my boyfriend in my head for many years. Of course, there was rumors swirling about him too. Okay, Mr. Kryptonite in my book, in my latest book, 23 Types of Guys you might find on social media. Read about Mr. Kryptonite in that. That's probably one of the reasons why I fell for him, because of that voice. And my husband. Love it, honey. Love, it's something about a man that has a very, very nice, soothing voice. You see how Brandon talks? That's how my husband is. His voice is very soft, very masculine with the baby, would you like me to drive you to work today? That voice, but very, very soothing and very calming. And this, I love Brandon's voice. And for that reason, I like him. I'm trying to love him, but because of the rumors, I don't know yet. Okay. So he is Mr. Never Plus One. He's into beer sales. Brandon, what does that mean, baby? Do you drive the beer truck? Do you sell beers? Do you own your own beer making company? What does that mean? Like, what does that mean, brother? In my book, ladies, I talk about the man. I talk about he's all in his security details. Come to find out he's a security guard at the midnight graveyard shift. So, Brandon, I want to know what that means, but I love your voice, brother. I love your voice. He dated a dominatrix. He's extremely open sexually. He grew up with all women. Ooh. His father lives in the area, but he hasn't had a relationship with his ex since he is 13 years old. Grew up with his mom, his grandmother, and his two aunts. And I'm always somewhat leery of men who does not have that male figure. Little boys need to have a father or a positive male figure in their life. So does little girls. My spiritual father, Bishop Bradshaw, had a very impact on my life. He became my spiritual father when I was 17. I had my daughter Alexia when I was 16 years old. And so my spiritual father had a great impact on my life, which helped me to date accordingly, date with wisdom, and choose the right husband, and not have any more babies after I had her at 16. Both my 25-year-old and my 5-year-old tomorrow, 20 years apart. And that was all due to my daddy telling me, girl, don't you have any more babies? You want to have a good husband that's going to choose you. Don't you have any more babies? And sure enough, I asked my husband, would he have married me if I had a couple of kids? And he said no. Okay. So he's a PK. He's ready for kids. He's having a hard time finding love. Back to the sexual thing. If it feels right, he says, then go with it. I don't know about that, but okay. He's Mr. Social. He's very social. He go at a lot of events alone. He is into beer sales, so guess he goes to a lot of events, okay? He said it was very hard playing sports and looking up in the bleachers, and his father wasn't there, and he wants to be at all of his sons or his children's games. Hasn't been in church forever, even though he is a PK. His mom is a minister. So I like Brandon, regardless of the rumors about him. He wins me over with the voice. I like a man with a very, very nice, soothing, well-spoken voice, like my husband. Okay. Okay, the next guy is Michael. Unfortunately, his name is Michael because I'm not really a fan. My husband's name is Michael. My little boy's name is Michael. And I like all Michaels, most of them. And he's 31. He's an education coordinator. He is adopted at 9 months into his family. His mom died of cancer when he was 3. He found out as a child that he has dyslexia, and listen to this, guys. If he gets married, if he's matched, he's the first one in his family to get married. Are you kidding me? You mean nobody in your whole family has ever gotten married? So everybody's just shacking up and having babies, but nobody gets married. Interesting, okay? And as you know, I do have a child with developmentally disability. My daughter, Alexia, she's cognitive impaired. So I definitely understand being developmentally delayed. And I don't like this show for him. I don't like this show for him because that's something that someone wants to choose you because they love you for you. Okay. I didn't like this show for Iris the Virgin, and I don't like this show for Katie, the girl with the type 1 diabetes. He grew up as a Baptist and converted to Catholicism. That's interesting. I've never heard that before. Most people convert to Catholicism to Protestant. So in Christianity, you're either Catholic or Protestant, okay? So Protestants, our father of faith, Martin Luther, not Martin Luther King, but Martin Luther, the great protester, he protested against the Catholic Church and formed the Protestant. So if you're either Catholic or Protestant, if you're a Christian, okay? He works with kids and he wants to help kids because of his dyslexia, his learning disability. He's very active, works out 6 days per week. That's a lot. Big into arts, plays Shakespeare. He teaches yoga, has lots to keep him busy. So he stays busy. That's good. So does he have space in his life for a wife? Because a wife needs time. He is settled and he is ready to share his life with someone. Now, I like that he said he's settled and he's ready to share his life with someone, because a lot of these men out here want to get married and they're not settled. They're not prepared. They're not prepared to be good husbands. And I feel like they're matching him because he kind of reminds us of Greg. He's like, the one we're like, okay. So this is Greg 2.0. Next, Taylor, aka my coworker call him Beyonce. Okay, I love her. I absolutely love Taylor. Of course, this is just a matchmaking season, and I've seen episode 1. From what I know so far, I love her. Okay, she's a research specialist. She's 27 years old. She's Miss Beauty and Brains. And I just want to say, I have the female version of this book coming out soon. I was thinking about getting it out for the first part of the new year, but I don't know. So just want to throw that out there. She's works for a bourbon company. She drives Uber and Lyft. Girlfriend is on her grind, okay? Basically struggling to make ends meet. So she needs to be matched, in my mind, she needs to be matched with a guy who is able to take over that struggling part of her so that she don't have to be working 3 and 4 jobs trying to make ends meet. She has a dog, beautiful dog. She loves to travel. She's the one with the curly hair. She looks like Beyonce. She's over the casual dating scene, and she thinks that married at first sight is a fast track to meeting and finding the one. Her last relationship, people's blaming social media for their last relationships. They played a big role in her relationship. The guy was extremely insecure, and so that caused the relationship to break up. She works a lot of nerves, and she said they are not dateable. Okay, she wants somebody with swag, and that's usually what happens with good girl like bad boys. And I think she could find a nice nerd in the same field that's making good money, okay, that has a little bit of swag. And I understand what she's meaning. I understand. You need somebody that, smart, but could look good. Like I say, I wanted a man who wear a suit. I like men in suits, but also looks nice and sexy in a t-shirt and jeans. And that's my hobby. Deliciousness, okay? So she said they are not dateable. She needs someone with a little bit of swag. Okay, we'll see. Again, drive Uber, Lyft, host events for bourbon company. She has to pay tuition, rent, and she takes the bus. Girl, how you drive Uber and Lyft and you take the bus? Which one is it? Do you drive? I don't know. She wants to share her life with someone. She's 27, very young. I think 27, 28, 29, 30 is a good age to get married. The next one is Meka. She's also Taylor's African American girl. Love that. Meka is also African American. She is 25. I have reservations about Meka. Now, I will explain later down in the season why I have reservation with Meka. In about episode 3 or 4, I will explain why. Okay? She describes herself as alpha female. I hate that. And I'm going to do a video about this. I absolutely hate Black women describing ourselves as alpha female. Okay? Because what we don't realize is we are driving those alpha males away. You can't be an alpha female and you want an alpha male. Okay? Alpha female attracts feminine men. You don't attract alpha males because you act like an alpha male. So a real alpha masculine male does not want a woman who acts just like him. So I have reservations about her. She's a category analyst. I don't know what that means, girl. She's Miss Ambitious. She's beautiful, 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 beautiful. Love the mohawk. Wish she worked for the wedding. She didn't. She reminds me, she looks a lot like my daughter. See my daughter, my baby girl? Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Okay? 5 years from now, she wants to be a woman boss. What does that mean? Mom had 2 jobs. I hate this. We have to stop doing this. And because her mom had 2 jobs and 4 kids, she was the oldest of 4 kids. But at 10 years old, she was watching her siblings all by herself because mama had to go to work. But mama had 2 jobs, had 4 kids. I mean, at what point, ladies, single ladies, do we look at our lives and say, okay, I don't need to make more babies. I already have 2 I'm struggling with, and I'm working 2 jobs, and I'm still making babies. And you know, I don't like that. And then put the responsibility of the younger kids on the older kids. And so a lot of older kids, firstborn kids, have a lot of resentment. This is something they don't talk about. Have a lot of resentment because mama keep popping babies out, working 2 or 3 jobs, and the older child has to watch the younger kids. Okay, and she says she attracts needy men because she has that motherly attitude, and this is why I don't like the match they made for her. You know, and she said, you know, she had 3 little kids to take care of, looking up to her because mama was working 2 jobs, still popping out babies, working 2 jobs that the 10-year-old has to take care of. She attracts needy men. Dr. Pepper goes to her house. I wrote this down. She's a slob in the closet. No, we all get a little sloppy. Okay. Let's just put that out there. She was ready to find Mr. Forever, last boyfriend. They both knew they were not the one. Listen to this. She said they both knew they were not right for each other. He eventually cheated on her, and that's why they broke up. So, ladies, if you know he's not for you, don't waste time. Again, excuse me, alpha female. She likes being in control. Yes, because you became a kid child at 10. So you was in control. But honey, a masculine man, you can't be in control. You in the passenger seat. You're not going to be in the driver's seat. So taking on such responsibility at an early age is not good. I never want to be in control. I hated when I was by myself. I hated it. Child, I had to drive, take the garbage out, pay the rent, work to pay the rent. No. Okay. She said she's always thinking about things to do with her life, things to accomplish. How can she make 6 figures by 30? How can she become the boss of her company? Okay. She wants a man who's romantic, funny, family-oriented, stable, driven, treats her like a queen. I think the guy that she matched with will treat her like a queen. I think she will be his dream, but I don't think she's going to be her dream man. Okay, because she was a kid mom, she attracts needy men again, and that's not what she wants. So she's trusting the experts to find the one for her, and I don't like the match the experts made for her. The next one is Austin. I like Austin because he's mama's boy. I really like him. He's a network engineering, and his mom is the focal point of his life. He wants to make sure his mom likes the woman. Romantic, and he wants someone who's wholesome and family oriented. He likes to give funny gifts. He's a giver of gifts. I like him. Okay, any man want to give you something, husband, that is. has lots of love to give. He has a 2-year-old niece, and he realized that, I'm ready to be a parent as his brother. He looks just like his brother. Did you guys see his brother? And he's trusting the experts to find a love for him. His mom opinions it matters to him. Most of it doesn't. If the girl doesn't get along with his mom, that would upset him. I like him because I do have a son that I will be like, make sure I like the girl, okay? Single because she chooses the wrong girls and wants family. He's ready to be a husband. Family can see that's important. Are you ready to be a husband? Because a husband means you have to take on responsibility. The next one is Derric. He's in cybersecurity. Never been in love. I like Derric. He looks just like Ashton Kutcher, and he is Mr. James Bond. So Derric is the tall guy with the hair that comes down here, and aka Mr. James Bond. Very good looking, okay? I like him. He's hopeless romantic, last relationship, and lasted 2.5 years. So you was in a relationship for 2.5 years, and you've never been in love. You was not in love with the girl. He say he's getting picky and picker. He is 26. I think he's still young, and I don't think he's ready to be married. He said he built an image in his head. Listen, ladies, men have an image in their head. My husband's looking for Condoleezza Rice and Michelle Obama because they're smart. Janet Jackson because she is sexy, and Mary Poppins because she's good with kids. I know. They have an image in their head of what they want. Okay, falling in love first time, but the last time. That is what he wants. He wants to fall in love for the first time and the last time. He's taking a leap of faith. Hard time finding someone. So he said, you know what? Maybe I need to trust the experts to finding someone for me. Love being each other #1 fan. I absolutely love that about him. Most beautiful thing in the world is being in love. Not sure of the image he built up in his head. He said that a couple of times. So there's an image he has built up in his head that he wants the girl to match into, and he wants to get married because he's willing to take a chance. Love that. Jessica 31, the keeper, Miss Keeper. I like Jessica. I really like Jessica. She's up there with Taylor for me, Dr. Tay. She's a patient care manager. She's a nurse. She's extremely tall. She's 5'11", and I know it's hard for a lot of tall women to find. Oh, my girlfriend is 5'6". She was very hard to find her. I mean, one of her husbands was like under here, her arm. Guys say she's a keeper, but they don't want to keep her. They don't want to marry her. She's tired of the dating app. She has a twin sister. She comes from a small town, and she was raised on a Christmas tree farm. That would be so cool. She's not into politics. Small town from Ohio, identical twin again. She's taking a leap of faith to find a love story. And when it was her sister find love and got married, and then she feels all alone, and because she talks to her sister all day long, and they're cool and they're like best friends. That has been a problem in the past, where her sister has found love, has a baby. She's feeling lonely, and she wants to find her own family and begins her own family. And so she's trusting the experts to find the match for her. Zack is 32. Initially, I didn't like Zack, but I watched it again, and I listened carefully to what he is saying. Justice is his last name. He's a fitness professional. He is Mr. Fitness Fanatic, owns his own fitness company, wants someone to share his life with, been with and dated beautiful women, but he wants somebody with boldness, interest, looks for stimulating conversation. Now, a lot of people don't like Zack because they feel as if he's conceited, he's into himself, but I listened to him and I understood exactly what he's saying. He looks like a movie star. He's very good looking, not as good looking as Mr. James Bond, but he's extremely good looking, and I can see what he's saying. Because he's dated beautiful women, but that's not enough. So women, it is not enough for us to be beautiful. We need substance, okay? Because my husband is in marketing, and I have met some women beautiful. And I'm like, no, what was wrong with her? But when I was writing this book, I went back to him and I asked him, why did you marry me? He said I was who he was looking for. Condoleezza Rice, Michelle Obama. He said, you don't got to be Condoleezza Rice, but you got to at least be smart like Michelle. So he was looking for a smart woman who can have stimulating conversation. He wants you to be sexy like Janet Jackson and good with kids. So even though you're pretty, that might not be enough. And I think that's what Zack is saying. And I think he's been getting a bad rap so far, but we shall see. Katie is 25. And I don't want to use scared for her, but I have concerns for her because I think she want to get married for the wrong reason. She is a child therapist. She also has a dog. She's been a diabetic, type 1 diabetic since she's 10. My sister also, my sister in the Lord. She is Miss Ready right now. She's ready to get married right now and have a baby because she's diabetic. When she gets older, she might not be able to have kids. And see, I just don't think that's, I don't like them matching. Okay. So she's in grad school. She wants someone to travel with, a mutual love and respect. She's scary. This married at first sight is scary, but finding love is worth any risk. Want to find someone to put it out there, and she wants to find her person. Okay, so those are the couples. She's the Mindy. Katie is the little one. I call her the little one. Okay, and so those did I? That is. I did Zack. Okay, so I have so much notes here. Okay, so now let's go on to the home visits. Okay, Dr. Pepper, I absolutely love Dr. Pepper going on these home visits. I mean, she is hilarious on these home visits, and she's looking at the thongs and everything else. So she said she looks at social world, class, income, and values. And that's important. You know, those core values I talk about in my dating videos about it's important for couples to have core values. So Brandon, he has a locker in his kitchen. She thought that was interesting. He said it's for a project he's about to work on. Derric has Christmas lights up, loves Christmas, decorating and having fun. Dr. Pepper found condoms in his drawer. Hello, another condom gate. You know, Brandon looks like he lives in an extremely tall building because the ceilings were so tall. Did you guys notice that? I noticed that because my husband is into architectural, and he has always wanted to take a firehouse and turn it into a house. So that's why I noticed those very, very tall ceilings. Taylor, Dr. Pepper was looking at her thongs, checking them out, and she picked up a blue thong and she said, "This hardly counts." So Taylor was just having a crack at it. I was cracking up too. Jessica cooks. She bakes cookies. She offered Dr. Pepper a cookie. Mandy's 34. Nice bathroom. I like it. It's like a little jacuzzi. Meka, messy closet. Meka, clean your closet. You could tell she knew the experts were coming and she just kind of basically threw everything in the closet. Now, we all get a little messy sometimes. She's not good at organizing. And of course, Katie has diabetic. Okay, so the matches. Let's talk about the matches. So listen to everything I said. So these are the current matches. So Dr. Pepper says she likes Meka and Mike. I don't like that match. I feel as if they are Greg and Deanna 2.0. I like them separately. I don't like them together. I think Meka will be Mike's match. Like he will like her. Like he will like her for him, but I don't like him for her because she was a child parent, because she attracts needy men, because she's been taking care of her siblings from she's little. I don't like Mike for her. Okay, but we shall see. I also have reservations on her. You know, she describes herself as an alpha female at 20, and my daughter's 25, so I could be Meka's mom. My daughter's 25. I could be her mom. Dr. Pepper said they're both ambitious, family, and they're both athletic. Concern. Pastor Cal has a concern, both raised by women. No strong father image. So why are y'all matching them? She don't have a father. He doesn't have a father. She doesn't have a positive father figure. Mama was away working 2 jobs. He doesn't have a positive father figure. So we gonna match 2 people who didn't have a father or a positive male role model in their life, and we think that's a good match. Okay. Pastor Kyle said, will he know how to transfer into husbandhood? Will he know, because he didn't have a father figure or a positive male figure? I'm throwing that out there because sometimes you might not have a father, but you might have a positive role model male figure in your life. That even though my biological father was around, my spiritual father was became my dad. He was my father, and he's my positive role model. And my husband had to ask my spiritual dad for my father in my hand in marriage. And my spiritual father walked me down the aisle, and my spiritual father gave me away. And when I was dating guys and they wanted to get married to me, they had to speak to my spiritual father, okay? So Pastor Costa, will he know how to transfer to husbandhood? And does he know what that looks like? So if he wants, I'm assuming, if he wants to be a husband, maybe he's been reading up some books. Maybe he has, I'm positive he has taken the opportunity to try to get a positive role model in his life or attach himself to a man who's a good husband, okay? But will Pastor Cal say, but they will understand each other's struggle. I don't like that. A struggling wife, a struggling husband equals a struggling marriage. I don't like that, okay? And can relate and can connect. Like, I don't want no struggle. I don't like it. And I think they're just trying to make Diona and Greg 2.0, okay? Dr. Vivian wants to match Jessica and Austin. I love this match. This is my #1 match. Jessica and Austin is my #1 match. Austin left. He left a time-consuming job to find balance. So that's good. He's preparing himself for a family. Okay, both close with their family, so that's good. Concern Dr. Pepper has is his mom. Now, I'm a mom of a boy, and I'm going to be involved, but sometimes, ladies, we can be too involved. He desires what his mom wants, which is good, because what my dad says is, see, a woman knows another woman. A man knows another man. That's why you have to take your man, ladies, the guy you wants to marry, dating you, to your father, who is a good man, make sure he's a good man, or a man that is worth his salt, or a positive role model in his life. Because while he can tell you the bull crap, he can get that over with the man. And see, a man knows what another man is saying when he says what he says. So it's the same thing with the woman. The woman knows. So I like that the mom is involved, but I don't want her to be too involved. And he basically wants the woman that his mom wants. Dr. Vivian says she doesn't think it's a problem. He deferred to his mom, who is the woman in his life. So that's good, right? His mom can tell him what is a good woman and what a good woman looks like. And hopefully Jessica will become the #1 woman in his life. Because, brothers, when mom is #1 until you get that wife. When you get the wife, mom, backseat. Okay, mama? #3, Dr. Pepper likes Kathie and Derric. I have reservations about this. They're very, very young. Kathie is the little one with the diabetes. Derric is the guy that's never been in love. So I have reservations. They're both one's family. They are both intellectually invested in future. They're both in grad school. Dr. Pepper thinks Derric would find her type 1 diabetes touching and impressive. Sickness is touching and impressive, Dr. Pepper. I don't like that. She's mature because of the diabetes, because she's, had to take care of herself and give herself a needle. Dr. Vivian has a concern. They are young. Are they too naive? Are they too green? Are they too fresh? I agree with Dr. Vivian. Derric is still in that self-growing phase. This is why I am absolutely against young guys getting married. I don't think a man should get married before 30. And please don't tell me I'm 42, so if you're old enough to be my mother, don't tell me you got married at 19, because there's a lot of stuff our aunts and mamas and grandmas put up that women my age, we're not putting up with it. We're not putting up with the abuse. Most of us is not putting up with the abuse and the cheating and the 10 kids in the street. And, we're not putting up with all of that stuff, okay? So we're living in a different time. Men takes longer to mature. And I just think before 30, a man should not be getting married in 2020, okay? So I agree with Dr. Vivian that Derric is still in that self-growing phase of his life. Is he too young? They don't have the life maturity experiences, and I don't like this match at all. I don't like it. Pastor Cal is, he says, the interesting and beautiful thing about marriage is when you're young and mature, you can grow up together. And I totally agree, but these two, no for me. It's a no for me. Pastor Cal wants to match Mindy and Zack. Initially, I had concerns about this, and I still do. I just don't know if Mindy is Zack's type, but we shall see. But they're both athletic, both artistic, both entrepreneurial spirit, looking for an intelligent woman. So Zack not only wants somebody who's beautiful, but also someone who's intelligent, who he can have stimulating conversation with. Pastor Cal concern, even though he suggests this couple, his concern is Zack has this movie star look. He does. He's handsome. Okay, not as handsome as Derric, aka James Bond. And in his past relationship, he broke up because of his movie star looks. Is he too picky? I don't think he's too picky. I just think that for your life partner, you got to make sure you get as nitty gritty as you possibly can get. Okay. So not only does he want a beautiful woman, he wants somebody who is smart and can have conversations with. Ladies, are you listening? Not only do you have to be pretty, but you need to have something else. You need substance. And he's saying, I've dated beautiful girl, but no substance. Okay. Dr. Pepper is worried about it. She pushed him on it, and she reassured her that he wants something deeper and forever. I don't know if I like Mindy for him. I was thinking Zack should have been matched with Jessica. She's tall, she's beautiful, and she's smart. But we shall see. We shall see below. Number 5, and the last couple, Dr. Vivian suggests Taylor and Brandon. I love Taylor. I like Brandon. I just don't think Brandon is the guy for her. And I think she's going to be disappointed. Brandon, the other African American guy, the guy with the nice soothing voice, and the ones with all the rumors swirling about him. I'm keeping hope alive. Dr. Vivian thinks that Taylor is a real catch. I agree. And I think she's a real catch for the right guy. She's pretty. She's well-rounded. Both sweethearts and both social beings. So that's good. Both traditional. Both want kids. So that's good, right? Concern Dr. Pepper has, she has a lot more educational, intelligent, and disciplined. And is that too much for him? She is daily, she has a more disciplined, educational daily life. The hope, though, is that she will respect his quickness of minds in other areas. So even though he doesn't have the educational values that Taylor has, he's smart and intelligent in other areas. Will she be able to respect him because he doesn't have the educational value? Because she's going to be a doctor, okay? Can Brandon not be intimidated by her education and daily work? Pastor Cal think they will benefit each other. I have a problem with this match. Okay, first of all, as Black women, as women of color, we know that it is hard, very hard, for most women of color who's more highly educated than their men and who makes more money than their men. That relationship is very, 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 very hard. That's why I would never marry a man that I made less of or the same money. No, never, 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 never. Education, you can have some education. For me, some college is nice, some college, except if you're a multi-millionaire, you have your own multi-millionaire business, then okay. So my issue with this match, Dr. Pepper, I love you, girl, but if you think respect is going to be an issue, why would you match them? Men need to be respected. Where is my book, The Naked Wife? I wrote about this in The Naked Wife. Here it is. Naked Wife. Men need to be respected. Women need to be loved and adored. So Dr. Pepper, Pastor Cal, Dr. Vivian, if you think respect is going to be an issue, why would you match them? I love them apart. I don't love them together. But we shall see. This is only the matchmaking season and only episode 1. Okay, so tell me, what do you guys think? Be sure to subscribe. What do you guys think of the match? I'm already tired of Kathie with all the crying and carrying on. I just can't take the crying. I think Kathie and Derric is Amber and Matt 2.0. Meka and Michael is Diona and Greg 2.0. And Taylor reminds me of no one. I think that's it for those two. Okay, so tell me, what do you think? Are you excited about season 10? Who do you think is going to stay together? Who is your favorite couple? My number one favorite couple is Jessica and Austin. I like them together. My least favorite couple, it's a draw between Meka and Michael and Derric and Kathie. Which one do I like least? Ooh, I have to think about it. I'll get back to you. All right. Love you. I love the loves. Love you. Love you. Please be sure to subscribe, share this out, invite a friend. And I will catch you for the review for season 1 because I have a lot of things I need to say. Love y'all. Bye.